afternoon, ma'am.
How are you doing?
Nice
All
to
okay?
see you. Yeah,
Yes,
fine.
nice to see you too. I didn't have a class the last time and then you didn't turn up for the class?
Ben, I tried to connect, but I was also thinking I had class, but where it is? I think a day before. A day before.
I think so, yeah. Was it a day before? Probably. I don't recall, but somehow I just feel that you were supposed to come in for a class and I didn't see you. But I love the question you asked where where I was supposed to connect. But ideally on the platform, I would think, but
No, I was driving that day, and during while driving, I tried to connect. I saw that to
oh,
join.
that's not safe. Yeah, okay.
I know it's not safe, but I was on highway, so there was less traffic. A few vehicles are
Okay.
there.
Okay.
When I tried to join, I was not able to.
Oh,
Suddenly,
okay.
it disappeared. That tab
Oh,
of joining disappeared. Then I
oh dear.
scrolled here and there to get to know was I having a class or not. But that Neetu's name was gone. I don't know how
Oh
and why. It
God.
was a mystery for me.
Okay, that is scary. If my name was gone altogether, then that is scary. That is something that I have to be careful about then. Okay. I'm glad that at least we could connect today. How have you been? You had a class today or no? You had to go to school
Yes,
today?
yes. I have just
Just
returned
okay.
to home after taking my classes.
Got it. So what time do you have your lunch and all that? Do you have an early lunch and all? Does that happen
No, we
usually?
have regular 3 hours classes back to back, 1 hour, one subject. So
No,
I
my
hardly.
question is when you come back home, what time do you have lunch usually?
Okay, at what time? After your class? After 1 o'clock.
After one. Got it. Okay. And do you have an afternoon nap? Does that usually happen?
Yes, if I feel I'm lucky on that day, someday, then I try to get my siesta after having
Yes,
lunch.
yes.
But
I
I'm
feel you, Prabila. I totally get what you're saying. That totally depends on our luck, I think, whether we can get an afternoon nap or not. In my case, it's my kids, they have to allow me to have an afternoon nap. But to be fair, my children also like to have a siesta, so that's good. So yeah, so that's fine. Great. So Pramila, what we're going to do today is, we're going to do an activity where I want you to identify any object in your room. So it could be the room in which you are sitting, or it could be within your house, but it should be within the house. It cannot be outside anywhere. Okay. Identify any object in your room, and you are supposed to give me 10 clues to identify this object. So you should give it to me in
okay.
the form of 10 sentences. Yeah.
One object, 10 clues.
Exactly. One object, 10 clues. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. Because knowing me, I would never make it, and I would never make anything straightforward. So, what we are going to do is you have to speak about the object in the first person, which means
I
that you,
am.
yeah. So, as in simple words, supposing you have to take this water bottle. I'm just giving you an example. Supposing the object you've identified is this bottle. Okay, so what you can say is, I keep you hydrated all day long. You know, or you could say something along the lines of, I have the magical power to make something both hot and cold. So I want you to be as creative and as dramatic as you possibly can when talking about these, because you'll be talking about something as simple as a stapler or something of that sort. But be creative. This is all about you showing your creativity or your creative side of things. Okay? So identify any object. If you have any object, you can start, or otherwise, if you want to take your time and identify an object, let me know. Have you already identified the object? Okay, great. So if that's the case, let's get started. Let me open the chat box so I can type the clues in the chat box. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me drink some water, Pramila, before we
Means
start.
you are going to give me clues.
You will give me clues, and I will type the clues in the chat box. That's all.
Okay.
Just use it instead of
And
writing them down. I'll type it. Okay. So if you're ready, let's go.
hmm, but before I embark on this activity, I want to say that today, can you provide me some sort of format or some few lines, creative lines regarding a morning routine or a day routine? Like
Is that what you
the
want
way
to know?
you, yes, the way you gave me introduction, that was very impressive. And I tried one introduction, taking hint of that. So regarding that, can you provide me something? I will take a screenshot of that.
Okay, so you want to have a routine, a daily routine. You want to be able to speak about it creatively. Okay. So if that is the case, then why don't we do this as an activity in that case? Instead of doing the 10 clues activity. You tell me about your daily routine and then we'll take it up from there. How about that?
But your activities also, I'm going to finish it in within 2 minutes.
This one, the 10 clues, are you sure?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Okay.
Normally,
You
this
doubt it?
activity takes forever. Yeah, it normally, from my experience, whenever I played it with my students, it takes the entire class. So that's the reason as to
Oh,
why I said. Okay.
okay.
So if that's the case, why don't we go ahead? Anyways, we decided to do this activity, right? In the next class, just remind me, Promila, if that's okay with you. If we have time, we will do the daily routine today. Don't worry.
No, we will do it also, but if it's with means to save the time, you can paste it in the chat box. I'm gonna take that screenshot, and in next class we are going to discuss about that.
I don't have a standard format for a daily routine, unfortunately.
Okay,
So maybe
okay.
I'll have to prepare that for you, and then maybe we can discuss it the next time. Or if we have time, let's discuss it during the class itself. So right now,
Okay,
let's get
okay.
started with the
Let's
10
with the
clues,
activity.
and then
Okay,
we'll go ahead. Okay.
okay.
Go ahead. Before that, you can
I
see what in the chat box. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. It's visible.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Slide.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yes.
Uh, I keep your things in a neat and tidy manner.
I keep your
Uh,
things in a neat and tidy manner.
yes.
That's the first
I
sentence. Or I want to add something else to it. That's the
first
first
one.
sentence.
I will go with
Okay.
simple sentences
Okay, so
only.
I keep your things in a neat and tidy manner. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Great. I have no clue what you're talking about, so I need more clues.
Okay. Uh, you
Because I'm
can.
supposed to guess what you're talking about. So yeah,
We can. Sorry. You can purchase me from the market.
that's it.
Yes, and I can be homemade also.
You can purchase me from the market, and I can be homemade also. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
One second. The first sentence that you said was, I keep, you can see what I'm typing in the chat box, no? Okay. The first sentence that you said was, I keep your things in a neat and tidy manner. Okay.
Right.
Could you have made that sentence a little more better? It's a good sentence.
Yes,
Grammatically, if you
yes,
ask
I
me,
can. I can. I
tell me.
keep your. I organize your things.
Excellent. I organize your things. That's it.
Hmm.
I organize your things is all you have to say, or anything else you want to say.
In a spick and span manner.
Okay. Let's review that sentence. In a spick and span manner. First of all, it's not slick. I meant to say spick. I apologize.
Spick.
Okay.
Yes,
Spick.
yes, yes.
Yeah, spick is what I meant to say. So I
Mm-hmm.
organize your things was a great sentence, but it felt
Mm-hmm.
very vague, very. It's not. I wouldn't call it an incomplete sentence because it is a grammatically correct sentence, and I know that you agree with me on this one. However, it is at the end of the day, blah. It's a very boring sentence. So then you added something to it by saying, I organize your things in a spick and span manner. No. Spick and span is a standard idiomatic phrase. Nothing goes along with it. You cannot change the idiomatic phrase according to to suit your thing. You get what I'm saying? So what you could have said
Oh,
is, yeah. So what you could have said is, I organize your things in an orderly fashion. Is one way you could have said it. I organize your things in an orderly fashion, or I make
yes, yes.
sure your essentials. Now, things is a again, very boring, very basic, very ordinary sort of a word. So, what you could have said is, I make sure your essentials are organized in an orderly fashion. Essentials. What is the
Oh,
meaning of essentials? Essentials is
uh,
another word for essential items.
yes, it's necessary.
Exactly. The necessities. Or better than necessities is essentials. Ideally, your essentials would be the best thing to do. So I
Okay.
make sure your essentials are organized in an orderly fashion. Clear? Sounds
Organized
good?
in.
All okay?
Yes, very nice, very nice.
The second sentence that you said was, you can purchase me from the market and I can be homemade also. Now here, Promila, you already
Yes.
used a connector and. Then why are you
Okay.
putting an also at the end of the sentence? Because and also have the same function. The whole idea behind adding the connector and was to indicate that you can do something else also along with it. That is either I can be purchased or I can be homemade. Correct?
Oh, yes. Actually, I was giving you numbers of sentences, so I thought, why not to break this
Okay.
into two?
It was a good thought, but you should also be mindful of the usage of the components that you use. You cannot just repeat a component just because you don't want to break it down unnecessarily into sentences. I understand your logic, but the component, if both the components have the same meaning, then your sentence has lost its value. So, what you could have said is, I can be homemade or store bought. Simple.
Okay.
I can be homemade or store bought. Bought. I can be homemade or store bought. Wasn't that a much better sentence? So, in this fashion, you have mentioned, you have used a vocabulary like store bought, which is, in the grand scheme of things, not a very advanced vocabulary, but definitely the next level. Correct?
Yes, yes,
Rather than saying
yes.
that you can purchase me from the market, making it sound like a fruit and vegetable market, you can say I can be homemade or store bought. So far, are we
Right.
clear? So now you have an idea as to how the sentences should come. Correct?
Okay.
Okay. Let's proceed.
Okay. Uh, you need me in winters also, as well as in summers.
Okay. Do you want to say it as you need me in winters also as well as summers? Or how do you want to
You
frame the
need
sentence?
you need me in winters as well as in summers.
Okay. You need me in winters as well as in summers. How can you make the sentence better?
How can I make this better?
Yes.
You need me in winters. I am used
Repeat.
both in some.
Uh, Tell me.
I am used both in summer and winters.
I'm used both in summer and winter is good. Again, basic. Better than this,
Basic.
what you could have said is, I
Hmm.
am essential during
Hmm.
the summer and winter.
Actually, it is not essential. Means essential means
Okay,
you can work without it also. It
okay,
is not basic necessity that everyone should have it.
fine. So in that case, what you should have said is, you may need me. You may need me, or I may come in handy during
Okay.
the summer and winter.
Oh, that is good. I
I
may.
may, yeah, I may come in handy during the summer and winter. But I have a question for you. Do we use it more
Hmm.
in the winter as opposed to the summer? Is it like that?
No, no, no. Both
Nothing like
season
that.
equally. Yes.
Okay. So I come in handy. So rather than saying may, you can say I come in handy during the
Yes.
summer and winter.
Right.
I come in handy. So we have used the expression come in handy. You see what we are
Hmm.
doing? We are adding a professional twist to a very casual conversation. That's what we are doing, basically. Okay, next. I have
Volume,
absolutely, but
volume.
it's getting more intriguing, but I have absolutely no clue as to what you're talking about. So we finished 3 clues so far. So let's hear the remaining 7.
Okay. I protect your expensive things or articles.
I protect your expensive articles. That's what you said?
Yes.
Okay. I protect your expensive articles. Okay. Now, again, if you want to take it a notch up, because I take things up a notch, take it up a notch, is an idiomatic expression again, which means to take it to the next level, to take something to the next level. So, if you want to take it up to the next level or take it up a notch, I would probably say that I am a shield
Okay,
for
good.
your expensive articles.
Okay,
Or I am an armor. I am an armor for your expensive articles. You can
okay.
replace the word expensive with priceless. So
Priceless,
for the
yes.
priceless commodities or your priceless articles, you can also use priceless articles. That's also fine. Either ways, it's okay. So I am a
Mhm.
shield or I am an armor for your priceless commodities or your expensive articles.
Mhm.
Got it? Are we clear?
Got it. Yes, yes.
Sounds very interesting. Let's hear the next clue.
Okay. Uh, you can for extra safety, you can put a lock on me.
For extra safety, you can put a lock on me. Okay. For extra safety, you can put a lock on me. Well, what you can do is
For an extra,
for what? Why are you adding an article there?
extra.
No. Extra safety can stand on its own. It does not require any support from the article. If you add the article, then the sentence becomes grammatically incorrect.
Okay.
For extra safety, this is correct. What you said is right now. For extra safety, you can put a lock on me. Is very good. So another way of saying this is I am safe enough, but for an added advantage, for an added advantage, make sure to lock me up. So I am safe enough, but for an added advantage, that means for that extra to go that extra mile, make sure to lock me up. You see how we're doing this in a fun fashion? So we're not making it sound like we're giving a whole basic set of 10 rules and regulations, but we're making it fancy and creative.
Yes, yes.
And in the process, making the audience guessing, like, oh, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen.
Make
So
sure.
make sure
Ma-
to lock me up.
okay. Make sure to lock me.
I am safe enough, but for an added advantage, make sure to lock me up.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have covered around five or four.
Yes. Five.
Five. Five
Yes.
remaining.
Yes.
I have uh, a firm skeleton. A firm skeleton to support me. Exactly. Actually, skeleton is not the correct word here.
Okay.
I have
I
a
have.
firm structure. Firm structure.
Oof, this is. I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about. Honestly, sounds very interesting. I have a firm structure to support me.
Yes.
Why don't you use the word skeleton? I mean, I have no clue what you're talking about, but you can use the word skeleton here in a fun fashion by saying, I am strong because of my skeleton.
Yes. Okay.
It's one way of saying it, or my skeleton keeps me strong. My skeleton keeps, it's KWPS. My skeleton keeps me strong.
Okay.
I am strong because of my skeleton, or my skeleton keeps me strong. Hmm.
Hmm.
Next.
Let me write this.
Take your
I
time.
am strong of. I am strong of. What you utter the
No,
next
no, no.
sentence. And
I am strong because of my skeleton, number one.
okay. Okay.
Or,
Because of my skeleton.
yes, or you can say my skeleton keeps me strong.
Yes. Yes. I have written. Um, I am waterproof too.
So in that case, you could have combined this skeleton thing along with the water. So what you could have said is my skeleton
Hmm.
ensures, okay, my skeleton
Hmm. Hmm.
keeps me strong and ensures that I am waterproof. I mean, if you're looking for as many clues to give me as possible because you're running out of clues, you can break the sentence system. But this is also an example of how to create a complex sentence, which
Yes,
is
yes,
interesting. Yeah.
yes.
So my skeleton keeps me strong and ensures that I am what? Another way of saying this is I have a structure. Okay, I have a strong skeleton. But once in water, but once I am in water, I am in serious trouble. Or once in water, instead of keeping on repeating I am, you can
But
say
you can
once.
say that you can. I will change this sentence. My
Okay,
skeleton keeps me strong, uh, and I'm not afraid of water, or water doesn't bother me.
okay. My skeleton keeps me strong and water doesn't bother me. Now that makes it look like as if we're putting two random sentences that have absolutely no connection with each other. So better than that, what we can say is the skeleton keeps me strong and ensures that I what to reduce, minimize the number of words that you're using and use vocabulary that will give it maximum impact. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay, give me one more sentence and then you have to reveal what it is if I have absolutely, because I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds really intriguing. Truth be told, it sounds super intriguing. So I can't wait to hear. Give me one more clue and let's see if I can figure it out.
I love to attract. I love to attract my customers as I am in different shapes and different colors.
Okay. I entice my customers. You can say it like this. I entice my customers in different shapes and sizes.
Okay.
I entice.
Hmm.
I entice my customers in different shapes and sizes.
Yes.
Agreed? Okay.
Yes.
I have no clue, Promila. Promila, please break the suspense and tell me what you're talking about.
I'm talking about storage box used for storing our winter and summer clothes separately,
Oh,
and it is also a sort of wardrobe
yeah.
organizer, and it is made up of steel with a steel frame and canvas cloth which is waterproof. And
Oh.
I must have one more. I have window and door in myself.
Oh, nice. Okay, fine. You could have also mentioned that I have a steel skeleton or I am strong because of my steel skeleton.
I thought that will make you
That is
understand
that is
then.
great suspense. Got it. Okay, okay. No, this honestly I would not have been able to guess even with a steel skeleton would have made me even more confused, I think. That's what would have happened. But yeah, this is good. I entice my customers in different shapes and sizes is also great. Yeah. So in that context, we've come to this. Yeah. So what do you think of this? What do you think was the purpose of today's activity?
To frame good sentences and using good vocabulary.
And also to unleash your creative powers, you think? Maybe to
Yes,
actually think out of the box because something as simple and as mundane as as a storage unit, you brought it to life because of the kind of sentences and vocabulary you use. So it's also to
yes,
unleash your creative part. Yeah. Great. So what we'll do, Promila, in the next, so I hope you enjoyed today's activity. I know you came in and you said that you wanted to have the daily routine thing. So we'll get that sorted in the next class. Is that okay with you?
yes. Tomorrow I am having a session with you in the morning.
So you want to do a daily routine, is what you said.
Yes, yes.
Well, come prepared with a daily routine, anyways. We'll start with you talking about your daily routine and then
And
we'll
you
take it.
should give me some extra also, like whatever your preference is. We will go with that
Definitely.
too.
I'll do that as well. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. Lovely talking to you. I'll see you soon. Take
Same
care.
here. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for catching up. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.